What's up guys, Blake from GKL Plus. Welcome back to another video. I know, quick turnaround. We just shot a video on Monday. We just did a whole review video on the SDX Exit on Monday. Now we got another one on Thursday, but for the ECD Weapon X 2.0. Crazy. I think every lacrosse company is working together to do this on purpose to make sure my schedule just goes down the drain. Every company has released a Faceoff head within months apart from each other. Months. And in this case, days. Don't get used to this. This is the only downside of all these companies releasing Faceoff heads, is we might have all this fun now with these brand new heads, but then we won't hear from them for years. So be prepared for that. But let's think happy thoughts. ECD has officially dropped their second version of the Weapon X. Yes, the Weapon X 2.0. We have been waiting for this moment for years. And it's a good thing because we all love ECD. Great company, great guys. Everything across the board is great. However, the first edition of the Weapon X was tough to like. That's no secret. Look around. No one in college uses it. No one in professional leagues use it. The vast majority of face-off guys never touched this thing after they first got it. The first Weapon X just wasn't that good. Okay, so we've been waiting for this moment for them to revamp the Weapon X and make a second version that was hopefully going to be better, more improved. The good thing is with the Weapon X 2.0, it's pretty much the same as the original, but just cleaned up. So there's no new features in the head. It's just a slimmer version of the original. So here is the original that I have. The common theme surrounding this head was it was too thick and too bulky. It didn't want to warp. It didn't want to twist. It didn't want to do anything. It was essentially a pinched defensive head. That's the best way I can put it. It just felt so thick and it felt like a freaking tank trying to face off with this thing, to the point where you better hope that you crushed a whistle, or anything other than that, you're kind of left for dead at that point. It didn't do too well, so ECD went back to the drawing board and in my opinion made phenomenal improvements on the second version. Phenomenal. I have already gotten a chance to break it in, do my whole live reps with it, but for the sake of the intro, I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. You're going to have to stay tuned until the end of the video to get my final thoughts on how this head performed. But I have a couple versions with me. I have a black one, I have the bone one that we did use in this video, and then I have the white one. Again, nothing crazy different with these heads other than the fact that the 2.0 is very slim, it's very thin, and it's very flexible in comparison to the original Weapon X. They also got rid of this crazy long throat plug. I didn't realize how long it was until now. They got rid of that. There's still a smaller one in here. So yeah, that's really it. No new features, nothing crazy, just a slimmer version of the original, and it might be a different plastic used as well. This original plastic was absolute concrete, but the new one, it seems a lot softer. It might be a new blend. Not exactly sure on that, but it definitely feels like a newer blend. Could be the structure too. The fact that it's slimmer makes it feel more flexible. All right, let's now get into the best part of the video, and that is the live reps. Hunter and I have already gone head-to-head against each other with the all-new Weapon X 2.0, but for the sake of this video, we didn't want to compare the 2.0 to the original because we already knew this was not going to be able to compete, okay? I don't like using the original. Hunter doesn't like using the original. Quite frankly, we didn't spend a lot of time using it either. We just knew that the 2.0 was going to blow the original out of the water, but what did make sense was for us to do the bone version up against the white version, and I think this was the most appropriate matchup to do for now. Obviously, we're going to do more in the future, but for now, we wanted to see how these two plastics felt, and boy, are they different. Stay tuned to the end of the video to hear my thoughts on how these two heads performed. Let's go! If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date when we drop these new videos. Clearly, we don't have a routine anymore. We're dropping these things left and right. Out of left field, right field. Just be ready, be on your toes, hit that subscribe button so you know when we are posting.
Are we recording on your camera down there?
Yes. Is this going?
Yeah.
Wax on Lex.
Down. Set.
And we GoPro.
Set. Set. Down.
Hey, I'm struggling with this.
Set.
There you go.
Set.
Dude, I am struggling with this thing.
Down.
The only thing you can do is just sit on it right there.
Set. 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 Set.
Oh, good clamp.
Set. Set.
Oh, nice.
Set.
Yeah, see, I'm clicking.
Oh, see ya.
No way. I'm coming
I'm
under.
underneath.
Down. Set.
Yeah, see, it won't turn.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Set. Down. Set.
Oh, come on.
Set.
Oh, nice.
Set.
I mean, I have it.
You do. Try to pull it now.
Down.
It's just staying on the side. Look how it's warping.
That.
How's yours? Turn it this way. Other side.
It's folding down.
Down.
Yeah, mine's not.
Set.
Oh yeah, dude, this thing looks perfect.
Set. Set.
Okay.
Set.
Just
Set. Set.
oh no. Come here, boy.
Down.
I'm ripping.
Good.
Set. 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 Set.
Ooh, wow.
That's weird.
Set. Set. Set.
Oh, there it is.
Set.
Oh yeah. See you, buddy.
Down. Set.
Dang.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Hopefully, you saw some differences between the Weapon X 2.0 in the white and the Weapon X 2.0 in the bone. I didn't want to try the black because I didn't want to have to break in 3 heads, and I like using one for pictures and for references. Check out our Instagram at GKL Plus. You want to see some sick pictures. We assume that the black and the white are going to be pretty similar. The black might soften up more because it's darker. It's going to attract more light. So over the summer, the black one might just be a little bit more flexible. But we knew the biggest difference was going to be between the bone and the white. Let's get right into it. I'm not the biggest fan of the bone. For me, it was just too stiff. It definitely did not want to twist. I'm a huge advocate for the 2F, and I love the twisting that a 2F does. And when you pick up a Weapon X, you're kind of hoping that has that same feature as well. The bone, for certain, at least for me and for Hunter, it did not want to twist. It stayed pretty stiff. It held its shape really well. It still looks brand new. There's very little warping to it. It just seems like they're going for more of a durable classic, where this head's going to last you a lot longer than any of the colored ones. We talk about this in most of our videos, the direct relationship between longevity and flexibility. When you increase longevity, aka the durability, stiffness, you're going to lose that flexibility. And if you want a more flexible head, it's not going to last as long. If you want a longer lasting Weapon X, or just a longer lasting head in general, you're going to like the bone. But if you like that twisting, more flexible version of a face-off head, the bone's not going to be the one for you. And going into this, we had the expectations that these were all going to perform like the original, but they're still leaps and bounds beyond the original, so the bone still did really well. But when comparing it to the white, this by far is the best color combo to use. I wish I could say the same thing about the black, but I can't because I haven't tried it. But out of the white and the bone, this one absolutely on this. Okay, I felt way more at home with this coming from a 2F guy than using this. This white one did not feel like a Weapon X. It held its shape extremely well still. It's barely warping, okay? It's got this nice little kink here that I like to see, very similar to my 2Fs. It's super soft on this half of the head, like we mentioned in the last STX exit video. The sidewall string rail is very soft. It's gonna collapse in this way. It's gonna force the head to rotate, and the head had just enough kick in the plastic where it didn't feel like a noodle. It didn't feel like it was noodling out and losing its shape. It had a very good backbone, yet had that crushing feature that I'm looking for, especially coming from a 2F. The 2F has the backbone, has that crushing feature. The Weapon X also has that. And I thought At first, I thought, once I saw this asymmetrical sidewall design again, like from the original, I thought this wasn't going to warp. I thought it was going to be another tank, even though they slimmed it up, maybe changed the plastic. It's not going to want to twist or do anything. This thing twists, okay? It twists really well. You see that? It is twisting, and it's staying strong down here where I want it to stay. Very similar to a 2F. I already know this question is going to come up. Main point of this video. Does it feel like a 2F? No. I think the feel of it is in the same neighborhood as a 2F, but I wouldn't call it quite a 2F flex. Why is that? Different sidewall design. This might be kind of similar to a 2F, but this side's definitely not. It's like comparing apples and oranges, right? Like, you're still gonna have a great head, but it's not gonna feel like a 2F. It's gonna feel very close to a 2F, but it's not gonna be just like a 2F. Which leads me into my next point. Who would love this head? Let's start with stating the obvious, okay? Anybody that's currently using an OG Weapon X and somehow likes it, you will never touch that thing again, ever in your life. The Weapon X2 murders the original Weapon X. Next, I think the fact that this sidewall running this way towards the scoop and this gap here, I think that really attracts a certain kind of face-off guy, maybe the kind of guy that comes from a CEO or a burn FO background that really hard kink on the left side, but they want to transition to a more traditionally flexing head for the benefits, right? We know that those face flexing or the hybrid flexing heads tend to struggle with defensive counters where you can't throw a swipe, you can't defend a swipe. The only good thing about those heads really is just the initial clamp. So guys who are used to that but are trying to practice better habits by transitioning to a traditionally flexing head, this is going to be a much better transition going from one of those heads to this rather than going from one of those heads to a 2F. The 2F is a very hard head to get used to if you've never used a traditionally flexing head. It has a lot of kick, it has a lot of backbone, it stays rigid, it takes time to get used to that head. It takes a lot of time. With the Weapon X2, I think that time it takes to get used to a traditionally flexing head will be reduced drastically. Why? Because this side kind of has a similar feel to that burn FO, that burn formula. I wouldn't say CEO. Those guys who like that harder kink on the left side will like this a lot more than the 2F. So if you're a current 2F guy and you struggle with that head because it doesn't really want to kink hard like you're used to if you come from that background, or you're fighting it a lot, the Weapon X doesn't fight you nearly as much as a 2F. But if you want something a little bit softer than the 2F, more forgiving, more malleable, you can play around it just a little bit more, Weapon X2 is going to be your choice. A lot of younger guys love using the burn FO recovery. They love the 2F and they love the OG Weapon X. Younger guys, you're going to eat this thing up. This is a phenomenal head for younger players. It's soft, it's durable, you can play feel with it. This sidewall is just like the original where it stays very strong and rigid so you can do your swipes, your counters. You can play offense with this thing. It's barely pinching. The durability on this thing is legit. It's a very nice head, but it's not too durable to sacrifice the flexibility in the head. Oh, and real quick about the bone. I think older college guys might like this a little bit more. Younger guys, I would stay away from the bone. I just wasn't a big fan of this. Hunter wasn't a big fan of this. This just felt a little bit too stiff for me. I recommend and I GKL Plus certify the white Weapon X 2.0. This thing is money. ECD, hats off to you guys. Whoever designed this one, no shame. Okay, but I'm just gonna tell you how it is. This guy should be fired. This guy should be promoted to president, owner, CEO. And if it's the same guy, congratulations on fixing it because you absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. This is the best face-off head ECD has ever made, and it just might take over the face-off game. You heard it here first, folks. GKL Plus certified. ECD Weapon X 2.0 is an absolute banger. Make sure you check one out. Pick one up for yourself if you can. It's officially available. The white, black, and bone. We endorse the white one. Easily top 3 face-off heads I've ever used. Easily top 3. That wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on the Weapon X 2.0 or any questions in general, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. Big shout out to ECD for sending me all of these new 2.0s. Make sure you let us know down in the comments what other matchups you'd like to see us do in the future. We got a couple more review videos coming out. Yes, there's more face-off heads being made. I think there's 2 more. Don't know when they're coming out, but just stay tuned for those. And also, when you do pick up your Weapon X 2.0 for yourself and you have time to break it in, feel it out for yourself, let us know what your thoughts are on it. Were we right? Were we wrong? You ever gonna use this one again? Hopefully not. 2.0 is here to stay forever until they come out with the 3rd version. But for now, we got another 4 years at this point, right? 4-year difference. We're getting old. I think it was 6 years. 6 years since this head's initially released and then this one came out. Okay, cool. Well, that's depressing. All right, well, Hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. See ya.